So welcome back, good people. Today we have another product, Bytech KAWAII True Wireless Earbuds. Now, I didn't take the tag off for a reason. They're a whopping $8. Work with Siri, work with Google Assistant. They had some decent tech specifications. Let's talk about that right now before we even get into this video. Up to 33 feet, that's the Bluetooth range roughly. Total of 12 hours playtime. We're looking at 3 hours of just independent music talk time, which isn't bad. A lot of times Five Below products normally have like 2 hours or hour and a half, but this one has 3. So this is actually similar to the Skull Candy Dimes in terms of battery life nearly. So outside of that, not too bad. I don't see any IP rating or anything like that, but we will talk about that as we unbox these together. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So it's a pretty simple unboxing if we're being completely honest here. Now there are multiple kinds of these in the Five Below store. There was one that looked like a frog, I believe, or a green dragon. There was many different ones, but I went with white because it's the closest to the AirPod look. It looked the cleanest to me and the nicest, the least generic, put it that way. So right here we do have the USB-C cable. Yep, USB-C. You know what's funny? I didn't even know it was USB-C. And because it was the last one I expected it to be. See, this is how products are supposed to be. Right here are some rubber tips, large and small. The mediums are already on the earbuds itself. So let's put these guys to the side. And then right here, this is, get out of here, you too. This is the earbuds themselves. Now, I'll be honest with you, the case, I like the feel of the case. This is very surprising. I didn't expect Five Below to ever get a product like that. Now, there is no wireless charging or anything like that. These work with Siri, they work with Google. Of course, we already talked about USB-C. It just takes about an hour and a half or so to charge it from 0 to 100%. So that's not too bad for you guys that keep cables at your desk or carry cords around. Like I said before, 12 hours of battery life and up to 120 hours of standby time. So I'm guessing the standby time has something to do with the case itself also, because I highly doubt that if you take these out, they'll just last 120 hours. So I'm going to assume that that's what they're talking about. Let's take these apart. Get this little glue stuff off of it. All right, there we go. That is done. Pop this case open. Here we are. Okay. So as soon as you pop it in, the red light will come on and it will show that it's charging. And the little 3D effect, well, it's not really 3D, but it kind of looks like a 3D panda effect, but it's not. It's just a bubble in the front so you can see that that's hard plastic right there. But so far, I like these headphones. They don't seem that bad at all, at least physically. But anyhow, let me just zoom in on it so you can see it one last time before we really get to the video. Looks like they have touch. I'm not sure if this is touch or not, but we're going to find it out in real time also. But anyway, on to the next section, how to sync these bad boys. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you 2 ways to sync earbuds. Now, it doesn't mean they work for all earbuds, but this is the most generic, basic way to sync them. So the first one, if you're using like AirPods or certain ones, you just pop the case open, the earbuds automatically go into sync. So I'm going to give it a few seconds, see if it works that way. Otherwise, whoops, we will try the secondary way. Go to Bluetooth right here, and we're going to go to search, see if anything pops up at the bottom. Jabra speaker, that's definitely not these. Okay, so I'm going to assume that it's the second way is the way to go. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out, place them on the table, let the lights do its thing. They're going to blink. Now that little blue or whatever that is came from the tape when I tore them off for you guys to see them. Now, just so you know, I did have a pair of these already, different color. This is one that I purchased strictly for the unboxing, so I can give you guys an idea of how good or how bad they actually sound and if they're worth the asking price. So kind of be aware of that, but I'm gonna just go through the process so you can see it all. So now that these are synced to one another, let's go ahead and go to it. Let's see what happens. This is Jabra BYBE223. I want to give it a couple more seconds to see if it's something else, because if that is the product, then you know it's the product. But oddly enough, oh, I do have them. Cool. I do have them. this is the actual sheet right here for this product. Yep, so that's the BYBE223, see? Yep, they are synced. We are good to go. Very simplistic to use. That is the process of syncing. You open up the case, take them out, let them sync to one another, and then you go to your Bluetooth. And it will be called the, like we talked about, where is it? The BYBE223. Let's go into the next section. All right, guys, so real fast, this is the music section, but let me go ahead and do this for you guys so you can see it in real time also. So this is the instructions for these earbuds. I know some people buy things and they tend to lose it. So pause it, screenshot this so you can see it for yourself. These are the touch controls. It has tap for volume. Now, I'm not going to do that for this video. Oh, touch controls is at the bottom like we discussed, similar to like AirPod Pros. That's kind of where this case is derived from. AirPod Pros, you got your charging notes, and you have your cautionary notes. Let me go through that one more time. There you go. Go ahead and screenshot the part that you need to, so you'll always have the instructions. Now, with that being said, oh, got the shaky cam a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and pop these in the air. Okay, so as soon as I took it out the case, it said do. It connected. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. All right, took a couple seconds to connect, but we're here. All right, now let's go to some audio. Oh, did it die? Don't do that. Don't take me to Spotify. What are you doing? This is my music. That's weird. So it's forcing me to use Spotify now. Wasn't expecting that. All right, let's try the videos. YouTube music. They're in video format, but it's still music. Let's see. Oh yeah, they actually disconnected. So all right, so what I'm gonna have to do is just charge them up and come back to you guys after. Whoa, that's weird. It still has charge in it. So I'm guessing the earbuds were probably truly dead. So I'm gonna go ahead and just charge them up and we'll come right back to this video. All right guys, so we're back at it again. Charge the headphones up a little bit. Let's try attempt 2. Go back to the files. I'm already here. Gonna pop these bad boys inside the ear. Let you know when they're connected. All right. There we go. Here we go. Oh, let me not do that because Nintendo will find some way to monetize the video and steal all my money. I forgot what kind of company they are. All right, so we're connected. I'm gonna go ahead and press it now. Okay. They sound very good, very clear. The quality is up there. Kind of expected that already, but let's do it from the beginning. Nice bass. Quality of music sounds really good too. I don't hear any issues, no skipping, no crackling. Very sharp. And the volume, turn it up. That was halfway. I'm not turning it all the way up. Listen, if that's halfway, it's already loud. All right, so that's enough for me. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I love the way these sound. The bass is definitely there. Now keep in mind, when I'm doing this review, there is no equalizer on this phone, meaning I didn't change any bass, I didn't change any tempos, I didn't change any speeds, I did nothing. It's just as is outside of the box. And kind of be aware that, depending on which phone you use, could determine how loud the headphones is. I know that sounds crazy, but if you use a cheap Android versus an iPhone versus a Google Pixel versus this versus that, you are going to notice a difference in sound. But I like these. These sound crystal clear. They sound very, very good. They're very, very loud. I did not expect that. And I refuse to turn it all the way up because I don't want to hurt my ears. I'm just going to be honest with you. The volume is definitely there for you guys that like music volume. As I heard, like the bass we'll call it snaps and kicks. They sound fine. Everything sounds fine in this. Now, granted, it doesn't necessarily compare to a pair of Soundcore Anchors like the Liberty Ear 3s or Liberty Ear 3 Pros. You know, I'm saying those higher end headphones for a reason. There's not many cheap earbuds that can compare to this. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. And let me be honest with you, for the $8 price tag, I love how it sounds. Very, very clear. Some people will have an issue with it just being 3 hours in battery life with it, which isn't anything amazing. That's honestly below the standard, but at least it still gets 4 charges from one from the earbud and 3 from the case. So kind of be aware of that. And of course you can use the left and right ear by itself naturally. I'm not going to show you that, but trust me, it works. The left ear or the right ear by itself. Again, be aware of the fact that there's no wireless charging, there's no IP rating or anything, so don't go out into the swimming pool with it. But outside of that, these sound very, very good. I expected it to. No surprise there. That's why if you listen to my voice, I am a little underneath the weather. But that's it. I'm just repeating myself at this point. Definite buy, major go if you want it for just strictly music. Next, let's see how it looks in the ear. And then we're going to talk about how good it sounds in real time when recording. And that's what really matters too, phone calls. Anyway, I rambled on enough. Let's move on. All right, guys, here I am. I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the ear so you can see it in real time. So this is the left earbud. Fits right in, no issue. Now, what I will say is that for some of you guys, you might have an issue with this earbud where it fits a little bit loose inside of the ear. Now, what I will say is that I kept the original tips on there for review purposes, but I do have a larger rubber earbud tip that I normally use for my earbuds personally, and it's sealed better inside the ear. So it felt a lot more bass when I did my own private test, but for the video purposes, I use the rubber tips that come with it. Remember, most people aren't going to have extra rubber tips. What I will also say is that the larger tips, in my opinion, are a tad bit too big. If you're looking at it, they seem ginormous. So that's why I use my own earbuds, rubber tips. But this is how it looks inside of the ear. Let me go ahead and pop the other one in for you guys. Here we are, right here and right there. But anyway, these sound good, they look good. I love the way the music is for them. The fact that they have the 3-hour battery life means that you can watch most podcasts or a TV show here and there, then pop it back inside the case. 9 times out of 10, if you use these every single day, you're going to definitely need a charger, probably charge them every night. Now, for me, I can wear headphones 4 hours at a time, 5 hours at a time, because I'm watching podcasts, I'm recording videos, I do everything from my phone. Obviously, you have a computer too, but a lot of times I'm away from it. So I do a lot on my phone. So I want you guys to kind of be aware of the fact that these do hold out pretty well, especially for like recordings and things like that. They'll never beat the highest end quality, obviously, but they do pretty well for a whopping $8, and they fit and feel great. Anyway, let's close up this video and let you know, is it actually worth the price? All right, guys, so I was having a couple issues with the recording section of recording the sound, but I'll tell you how it sounds anyway. Put it this way, if you ever own a pair of Skull Candies or a pair of J-Labs, if you're okay with the clarity with a lot of those headphones that don't really, to me, they don't really excel when it comes to call quality. This is similar to those where it's good enough to be able to record. You still sound pretty clear for the most part, but there are times where you can sound a little muffled. If you go outside, you might have a little issue here and there with picking up a lot of background noise. There's nothing you can do about that. You have to get a higher end headset that is better at canceling noise. Unfortunately, these don't meet the criteria, for being honest. But outside of that, $8. Decent battery life in terms of, especially for a Five Below product, 12 hours total. Normally they give you 9 or 10 hours, and it's like an hour and a half, 2-hour charge. This has 3. It has superior sound than most earbuds currently at the store at Five Below. USB-C for you guys, because mostly everyone has USB-C phone, so you don't have to keep carrying extra cables around, so that's a plus. Unfortunately, there is no, like I said before, no active noise cancellation or anything like that. Of course, I didn't expect that with this particular product, the KAWAII. You know, it's funny, I probably got it wrong the second time, but the point is that the pronunciation of this, again, when I saw this, right, call it bias, call it whatever you want. But when I see things like this, pictures and videos, and when I saw that Five Below, you can tell that there's a certain level of care in this particular product. When you shop around enough, you just know. It's kind of like you just have a sixth sense or whatever you call it. Like, this might actually be a decent product. As soon as I saw it in the store, Five Below near me, I picked it up immediately. It's funny that my wife was the one that actually found it. And that's when I picked it up immediately, did my initial walk around with it over the weekend, used them for a little while throughout the weekday, and then boom, was like, you know what? This is worth doing a review on. Even if 5, 10, 15 people see this, listen, you guys will know exactly what to get. You'll know what to avoid at Five Below. This is a good pair. It feels good. They're built decently. I haven't had any issues with disconnecting or anything outside of it just dying, because, you know, this is a new pair right here that wasn't really charged properly versus a pair that I already have, which had scratches all over it by now. I let other people use it too, but this is the fresh pair. I like it. You can't go wrong for $8. But anyway, like and subscribe like always, guys, and I will see y'all in the next video.